Hi, I'm Simon Rushton and this is Taxi Chronicles Podcast. On this podcast, we spontaneously interview unsuspecting passengers with their permission, allowing them to share their intimate life stories and concerns. As our slogan states, real riders, real stories. Some riders prefer to be anonymous, while others ask me to tell their story later on. Either way, there are all genuine 5 to 10 minutes stories, so sit back and enjoy this episode. Morning. Yes, another rider, another day, another story. Today we have a lovely lady, Sally, in the car, and she's a specialist. And she deals with health. Well, she's a key worker. She helps people who have a stroke. And she's telling me a story about if you have a stroke, this is what will happen to you. So word of advice is exercise and eat healthy, because you don't want this to happen to you. But anyway, Sally, you were telling us, so you're on call, you're going in because somebody's had a stroke. And you're explaining how they got a blood clot in the brain.
Yes.
And how do you get to the blood clot?
So we normally puncture the femoral artery in the groin.
In the groin.
We go from there with catheters and wires. So we reach the brain where the clot is. We use some different methods, techniques to remove it. One of the most common is like suction it, like with a Hoover, aspirate the clot out.
So that's got to be some long wire.
Yeah, they are quite long.
And how do you get the wire up without puncturing the artery, like going out from the side?
Very good question. So we use X-rays, is DSA. We can see the images on the X-ray in a screen.
Yeah, like a TV thing.
Yeah, exactly. So we have a radiographer, and the doctor is the one who obviously punctures. The nurses assist to the doctors, and they can see how the catheter is moving through the arteries and the wire with contrast.
It's a very slow process then.
Well, it can be very quick. The aim is to be very quick because as quick as you remove the clot out from the brain, less damage will get the brain. So we tend to be very quick.
So how long, what's the time span?
Well,
on average? An hour, 2 hours?
The procedure itself, we have seen like from 15 minutes.
Oh, is it? That's really quick.
It can be very quick, but that's not normal. Normally it takes maybe 30 minutes, an hour and a half. The longest one,
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I see what you're saying. The more the clot is, the more they become a vegetable.
Exactly.
Yeah, in that respect. But that sounds really. How long have they been doing that kind of thing for?
Me?
No, well, not just you. Yeah, how long has it been existing, that procedure, do you know?
Well, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's not that old. I will have to look into it. I don't know exactly when these techniques started, really.
Oh, because it sounds... Now, the patient's under anaesthetic, is that right?
Yeah, it's under general anaesthetic.
Have they ever woken up, a patient?
After the procedure?
No, during.
No.
Because my friend, he had a stroke. He was young, in his 20s, early 20s. And he said one time he was in hospital and they had caged him. You know, they open your rib cage?
Yes.
And he woke up and saw his heart beating.
Really? Oh, well, yeah. I guess some procedures, they wake them up to check, like sometimes in the brain, when they're operating in theaters, they need to check how is if they are touching something important. I don't really know, but yeah, sometimes they wake them up.
That is like the ultimate horror movie.
Yeah.
That is like, I'd just rather be dead at that moment. It's like, do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like watching somebody eat you.
Yeah.
And you're just there.
It must be very scary. Yeah.
You must... When you started this job, did you Did you realise what it's going to entail? Are you?
No, actually, no. I didn't really know until I got into it. Actually, I love it. I really like it. It's most of the times it works and it's quite satisfying seeing how people improve.
So you're a very caring person then?
Well, I guess that's my job.
Oh, have you started that job since you come here to England, or are you doing it in where you came from?
No, I started here. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Your family must be very proud of you.
Well, I'm not sure if they really know what I do.
You should tell them.
I try to explain them, but I don't think they get it. Like what?
Well, once this episode is published, I'll send it to you, and you can say, listen to this. I'm famous, and this is what I'm doing. Be saving lives.
Yeah, that will be amazing.
Yeah. So you see yourself being in this profession for a long time to come? Yeah,
I really like it. I would like to get better. I haven't been that long actually. I've been like a year and a half now. So I really want to improve as well and get.
Would you want to be a surgeon and do it yourself someday?
Well, I don't think I can do that anymore. But yeah, it would be nice if I could start all over again. Maybe yes.
You never. There's nothing. You're young. There's nothing stopping you, I would have thought, unless you've got loads of kids at home.
No.
Okay. Okay. So on another note, what's the most memorable moment you've had working in the medical industry?
I have to think. Probably it's one of these patients that they cannot move one side of the body, they cannot speak, they cannot talk properly, and then after the procedure, when we remove the whole clot, you can see instantly the improvement. They can talk, they start moving the limbs. It's very satisfying. It's very nice.
My cousin he was in the same hospital that you work in, and this was this earlier this year, I think. And he had a tumour that they found in his brain, and they took it out through his nose. And I was like, I remember his nose being really, really big, his nostril, one nostril where they took it out.
Yeah.
But he finally got better because he had fallen off a 30-foot ladder, and it cracked his head on the floor.
Oh wow!
And when he got better, and he was in hospital for about four months or something like that, and when he came out, as he's coming out, one of the nurses come up to him and said, "It's nice to see someone make it that you never expected to make it."
Yeah.
And he was like, "What? What? Listen,
you didn't tell me that.
You didn't tell me that part." Yeah, but you know, his mother had sat by him day and night.
Yeah.
You know, doing the old prayers and the holy water kind of thing and everything. And you know, my mum doesn't want to lose one of her ducklings, so to speak. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard, but yeah, it's rewarding.
When you came to England, did you want to be in the medical field?
Yeah, I studied in Spain. I studied nursing, and then my first job was in UK. I came straight away from Spain to here because at that time, I still now in Spain, was quite difficult to find a job.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad I started working here, and since then I've been in London and a few hospitals, but always in London.
So do you feel settled here?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not going to lose you because we need you.
Yeah, actually, you guys need a lot of nurses.
Yeah, we do.
Everyone is going back now with Brexit.
Yeah, I know, it's a big mistake.
Yeah.
There's all those, what they should do, all the areas that voted for Brexit, remove the nurses and bring them to the areas who didn't vote for Brexit. Exactly. That would be funny.
Yeah.
That would be funny. Look after yourselves. I didn't vote for Brexit. I wanted to remain. I was a hardcore Remainer and stuff.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yes, we will see. So, what changes how did you find London when you first come to London? Did you settle in easily? Did you find it
actually
difficult?
Yes, it was amazing when I first came. I'm from a very small village in Spain, so when I came to London it was a big change and it was fun, and I met a lot of Spanish people that they were also nurses and in other fields as well. But at the beginning, like 5-6 years ago, there was a lot of Spanish nurses, Italians, so we made a group and we were going out, exploring the city. It was quite fun. So yeah, that made it very easy to settle. Now everyone is going back. Actually, it's just one friend that is left here. Most of them, they are back in Spain. Yeah.
It's out of how many people would you say?
I don't know, it's loads, hundreds and hundreds.
Hundreds of people, and then you've only got one person left.
Yeah.
That's really not a good sign.
We had a group on WhatsApp, just St. George's Hospital nurses, and we were like 120.
Really?
Yeah, and most of them they are gone now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they'd ever come back?
I don't think so. No.
Are they? Okay. So they came here for job security, and that job security's gone, or is it the COVID?
No, the jobs are still here, but I guess everyone came with this goal in their mind that maybe 5 years, get some experience here, and then come back to Spain. And then Brexit just made it quicker. Like, definitely we need to go back. The straw that
broke the camel's back.
Yeah, if anyone was doubting, like, oh, maybe I will stay, Brexit just pushed them away.
Yeah. Well, if you don't want us, we'll go. Yeah, no, I understand that totally. I understand that and things. So, you're going to stay though?
Yeah, I will stay. Yeah, I had my boyfriend here, so yeah.
Are your boyfriend Spanish?
English.
Oh, God, that's right.
So that's
but then, mind you, I'm sure as an Englishman, he'd love to be in Spain.
Yeah,
because it's an Englishman's second home, isn't it?
Yeah.
Spain. Yeah. It's true though, isn't it?
Yeah, most of them, they have a flat by the beach.
Yeah, that's it. Always Spain, and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So last but not least, what's the impact you want to have on the world?
Well, I guess just trying to help people as much as I can at my job, obviously, and in general, I like helping people. So if I can afford that, I'm happy. Okay.
Well, coming from an ex-military man, I'll say thank you for your service.
Oh.
Because you mend people when I break them. Or I used to break them anyway, probably not anymore. And you repair us as well, which is great, even though some people say I'm still not repaired. But anyway, that's another story. But thanks, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We hope you liked that episode. Keeping in mind, we never know who we're going to interview. We post twice a day, 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. GMT. Have you ever considered the future economies to invest in? Why not listen to our sister podcast, Africa Investor Stories? Considering Africa has the fastest growing economies and population on Earth, and has done for many years, it holds 30% of the world's known natural resources. We publish twice a week, Tuesday with a guest investor, and Fridays talking about investment, politics and history, providing a clear understanding for any potential investor.